Hey, thanks for watching this week's God as CEO Midweek Encourager. We're here to help you make Jesus Christ the cornerstone of everything you do in your life and in your business. Every single day, all of us are in the business of making decisions. We're making decisions for ourselves, for our families. We're leading our teams through making decisions. Some of us are making decisions for our whole company. Well, what's guiding you in your decision-making process? Some of us have been trained to set up decision-making trees. Others of us have certain filters that are set up that help guide the decision-making process. Today, I want to share with you what would be considered a scriptural understanding of how we go about and make decisions. We've been given a great gift in the Bible. God has revealed His purposes to us. He's given us great guidance of who He is and what He wants to see happen. Yet, at the same time, the Bible doesn't have this amazing table of contents that you can just go to and say, hey, what do I think about X or Y? And then it says, turn to page this or page that. The Bible doesn't contain information about everything that we're making decisions about every day. However, at the exact same time, God cares about everything. Well, therefore, how do we go about making decisions? In the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, the Apostle Paul is helping the people make some decisions about difficult things. And he kind of lays out for them a framework, and the same framework can be used for you and I today. They're discussing eating meat. Obviously, we're not talking about eating meat. We can eat meat freely, thankfully. That's a whole other topic. Anyhow, 1 Corinthians chapter 10, the Apostle Paul says, hey, when you're making this decision, say this: you have the right to do anything, but not everything is beneficial. I have the right to do anything, but not everything is constructive. No one should seek their own good, but the good of others. The first thing that the Apostle Paul does is this, is asks the question basically is this: does it build up others? Or another way of saying it, does it benefit others? So the first filter we should take all decisions through is this: how does this benefit our vendors? How does this benefit our customers? How does this benefit our fellow employees? Because those of us who follow Christ, we're always looking to the good of our neighbors, because the royal law is what? Love our neighbors as we love ourselves. So the first filter we have to have built into ourselves is this: does it benefit others? And then the Apostle Paul continues on and basically says to them, hey, that's how you got to look to the good of others, but ultimately you've got to do this. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. 1 Corinthians 10:31. Whatever you do, eat or drink, even those minimal things, whatever you do in your business, whatever you do in your family, what? Do it all for the honor and the glory of God. And so the second question we have to ask ourselves is this: how is this going to bring honor to God? When you're making a decision about how you're setting up a new sales technique, when you're making a decision about what type of hours you're going to ask employees to work, you need to ask yourself the question: how is this going to bring honor to God? And so how are you training your team to make decisions right now? Oftentimes, the loudest voice in the room wins, but that's really unhealthy. The same can be true in our own personal lives as well. Oftentimes, the loudest voice in our own mind or our heart wins, but sometimes that's not healthy either. It's pure emotion. So you got to build a filter. Build a biblical filter. It starts with two questions. First, how does this benefit others? Second, how does this bring honor to God? I want to encourage you today, train your team members to maybe start with those questions. How does this benefit others? How does this bring honor to God? If Jesus Christ is going to be the cornerstone of all that we do in our life and in our work, we have to make decisions that are going to bring Him honor. And we make those decisions by asking good questions. Those questions are: how is this going to benefit others? And how is this going to honor God? Have a great week, everybody.